Would you buy a $500 planar in-ear monitor? If so, stick around. Hey, welcome back to the Thrift Shop. Today we have something kind of cool, kind of mid-fi, maybe some of you would consider hi-fi. We have the Tigerism Helianthus Sunflower in-ear monitor planar, 14.2 millimeter planar driver in these beautiful metal housing, and it looks like turquoise, but at this turquoise colored epoxy, it is outstanding looking. So yeah, really cool. Let's see here, a little bit of the specs. So obviously it's a planar magnetic. Its overall thickness is 7 micrometers. It is a frequency response of 10 hertz, so it goes all the way down to 10 to 40,000 hertz. So pretty, it's not your typical 20 to 20. Sensitivity of 101 dB with an impedance of 6 ohms, so relatively easy to drive. This was sent to me by APOS. All thoughts and opinions are mine. The link on APOS does say 3.5, even though mine came in a 4.4. So we're going to talk about these beauties. So really cool, semi-custom metal. So typically when you're using or you buy something with a metal housing, this little semi-custom nub will not look like that. So this is a really good machining job that they've done here, and really nice. Cosmetically, these things are absolutely beautiful. See, the cable here is a chonker. This thing is thick. It has sparkles in it. I'll try to pop up a picture because it's going to be hard to see on video. You do get a nice Y splitter. Cinch here slides relatively easy, so not the best, but this braided, two wire braided is quite amazing. And I'm sorry, I'm using a new video app. I'm actually using an iPhone to record this, and I actually have a new microphone. So so let me know if you watched any of my videos before. Let me know how the video quality is and how the actual audio quality is. So hopefully that doesn't blow your eardrums out, but hopefully the sound is much better, because I've been spending more time with microphones lately than anything else. 4.4, absolutely beautiful. Says Tigerism on it. Absolutely amazing quality. And the price, well, let me look it up really quick. I thought it was $500. I want to make sure. Yes, $500, even though when this came out on other websites, it was $600. So there's been some price changes overall. What you get is you get a nice box here, and trying to show you here. You can read that. Yeah, this video software is not as good as what I normally use, so sorry about that. It's just a test, and we're doing it. In the box, you do get a nice book, or a nice little sheet describing the IEMs themselves, and you can go link to where you may want to go buy this. But again, I suggest, if you're interested at all, that you head over to APOS, because they do great things. Yeah, it is really cool. This is one of the coolest boxes that I've seen with IEM. So for $500, you're not getting the most amazing unboxing that you do with most newer IEMs, but you do get this beautiful carrying case. I mean, it's quite large, but it's quite nice because you're not really trying to stuff everything in, and you got a pretty chunky cable here. If you can see, you're going to use all that real estate to get that baby to fit. So amazing thick cable. It's not sticky, it's not memory prone, so amazing cable. You do get pouches, so you put the IEMs in here and you can wrap your cable outside of there. Great. It is the IEMs are 2-pin flush mount. In the future, Tigerism, please do recess for $500. I highly expect that it's recessed to protect that connection. Way too easy to break off the pins with the flush mount. So when you spend that much money, Those are kind of the things that you want. As far as ear tips, you do get small bore, wide bore. I'm currently using the small bore and a little bit lackluster. So I like to see my tips put on a little card or something. So it's just easy to tuck back away. You know what you're using. There's nothing wrong with them being in bags. It's just something that I prefer. And it just makes the buying enjoyment feel much better. But I do absolutely love this case. This is really cool. So wish that didn't have to go back to APOS. But anyways, we've got to talk about sound. You're here to know, should you spend $500? Because the obvious thing in the room is that, well, the planar wars are over, and the winner, I think, is like the S15 or something like that. So if you bought into a bunch of those planars that came and went, they're still relevant today. It's just that the companies are not producing them in mass quantities, model after model, like they were. You know, the price ranges were $100 to $200. Here comes Tigerism, and they're throwing their foot in the ring with a $500 planar IEM. IEM. Now, is it worth it? Well, this is all going to depend on a lot of things. So the sound is going to get funny because the best way to describe it is if you have a circle, right, and you imagine it's a target, and you have ring after ring after ring, right? So there are preferences. So the bullseye right in the middle of that ring is what everyone shoots for. Let's say that's the Harman target, for example. Everyone's producing variations of the Harman target within this whole circle here, okay? And some on the outside you may like better than someone's target in the middle, and that's fine. I'm just saying, in general, most IEMs are created within this circle of tuning preferences that most people enjoy. Along come higher end IEMs, esoteric kind of IEMs that are outside the norm. They may be a little bit more expensive, but they're going to be vastly different than anything in this circle that most producers or people that buy them like. So this is on the fringes of that circle, and you're getting a tuning that is really different. And you either will absolutely love it or you'll hate it. And it's really, I think, for me, going to depend on what source you're using it with. So starting with the Tigerism, you have very well pronounced bass. So there is about maybe an 8 or 9 dB increase of bass from about 20 hertz to 100 hertz. So way down low, this thing is digging deep. It is grabbing some serious bass. You don't have the mid bass scoop, so it's giving you a feeling of being more well-bodied, a little bit warmish on the lower end. So it's weird because you get this warmish kind of, everything below 600 hertz is warm. Everything down below, you got thick bass, it's warm, and the top end is super bright. You have a very pronounced vocal peak at 2K. You have some pretty big troughs, peaks, and valleys from 3K to 6K. So it's kind of dropping, and then all of a sudden there is a huge 8K peak. Who knows if that's the measurement rig peak or not, but it doesn't stop there. It drops down around 9K, and then there's a whole nother peak at about maybe 11K. Then it drops down around 13K, and then 15K, 16K. There's another huge spike. So this kind of sound preference is very bright. So cymbals can sound a little bit thinner. Not to mention that with this kind of tuning, it is a planar, so you get super fast sound, right? So whatever's happening in the frequency response is super fast, super clean. But you are going to get, because of this treble-ish, high amounts of treble with this IEM, it's really going to show through that metallic kind of planar timbre that you're going to get with this. So if you don't like that, then that's your preference. Many people do enjoy it. I love planar headphones, and some people say some of the better ones don't have that kind of planarish feeling, but I personally don't mind. And it's I think when you have things in the treble area that are metal, like cymbals, that it's quite fine. So yeah, very bright. You are going to get listening fatigue if you are listening to something with a reference kind of sound. Let's say you're using a topping DAC or amp, something super squeaky clean. You're going to be maybe listening for an hour at max. It's just going to be, there's so much energy up in the upper registers that it's just going to really get to you after a while. It's exciting. It's fun. All right. So I don't want to say anything negative. It is fun. It's different. Again, it's outside that circle. It's giving you something different, that if you want to try something different, this is fun. And I think that is rather cool. Where this really does shine for me is I have the new R4, Hibi R4 DAP here, putting it through its paces, and everyone's talking about this. I'm not, I have to do my review of this probably within a week, and I like it, but it's very, let's say, smooth, warm, lush sounding, where I like my DAPs to be a little more reference, clean, kind of that topping sound, so that if I want to EQ, I can EQ in here, and I can adjust my IEMs other ways. It's hard to make something that's already warm to go clean. So all you have to do is plug in something like this IEM, where you already have that warm, lush, lower frequencies, and then you have the super bright top end, and all of a sudden it kind of balances out, and it's very exciting. So this is really cool with the R4 from Hibi. Great product, highly recommend. Review will be coming out soon. But the Tigerism, I'm just going to say Sunflower, is quite an amazing deal for $500. Metal housing IEMs, amazing cable, beautiful, and hopefully I'll pop up some pictures of this that'll be a little bit better. Highly recommend you head over to APOS and you give this a shot. Give them a shot if you're interested to buy this. They give amazing customer service, greatly appreciated. And if you can, just hit the buttons down below. I know it's really hard to move your finger or your mouse. Just click subscribe. It's amazing how many people watch my videos. The number of watches that I have are outstanding, yet I only have 3,200 subscribers. So stop being a typical person. I was going to use the description of A-type, but just hit buttons. If you're watching people's videos, not just mine, it's free content. We're doing this. We're not making money. Just hit like and subscribe. Add a comment. Do something to help out these people. Don't just be a freeloader. Appreciate it. Peace from the thrift shop. Bye.